Japo kikujua jina kwangu sawa, na usizidishe ukaja mtoa dina tapagawa. Ni mwenzako uvumilivu sina, uwe haya takuganda kama ruba niwe wako chawa. Kweli mapenzi ninayo, pesa na mali sina, bila ni maisha yapitayo, kesho nitakuwa na jina.
Yes, and karibuni sana family to another broadcast right here on the block of Fire Radio Media for the 21st century. This is the Pan-African Bliss. My name is Joby and karibuni sana. It is 6 minutes past 12 p.m. Actually 7 minutes past 12 p.m. right here in the 254. And in case you are looking forward to joining us, kindly interact with us. We are on Facebook, on Twitter, and also on Instagram. Do let me know where you're streaming with us from. How was your weekend? Because I believe yesterday we didn't get the chance to interact, and yes, I had some 1 to 3 things to fix on myself, and of course I'm feeling a little bit better today. But yes, karibuni sana. Do let me know where you're streaming with us from, what is the time on your end, and how do you feel about this particular month. It is the 14th of June, the year 2022, and of course a lot is happening when it comes to the African continent. We have been speaking about the coming inflation, about things that are about to change, and of course all of these things actually we see that they are actually manifesting themselves. I don't know if I should say manifesting, rather they are happening, because everything has been planned, as we know, and of course we shall be talking more about that today. Today, our main focus shall actually go to Malawi. I don't know if anyone did get to hint on this particular topic, because as for me, even yesterday, didn't get to also catch up with any of the shows. But we shall be talking about Malawi, and I think if you can refer back to one of my shows where I said enough is enough, because when it comes to the disrespect that we receive, rather the disrespect we have been tolerating as African people from the foreigners, I think it has gone way beyond, and it is a high time that we need to stop this from happening and our people being like a target, and people need to also be enlightened on what is really happening, because when you talk of Malawi, right now we have seen that there is a video that is going on, and I shall be sharing on that, where we have some African children who actually are being used, and they are being used by some Chinese people to make some videos, and these Chinese people make money out of this video. And when you check what these children are being taught to say, it is literally crazy, and it is so painful. And what even hurts more is that the parents of these particular children don't know what is really happening, which is so sad. And we shall be checking on that. And of course, if you dig deeper, also in Malawi, we have been talking about the killing of albino people, and it has been going on for a long time. And I just wanted to ask, and maybe what even for you family, as you get to look forward to join us today, what do you think, or what is the government of Malawi willing to do about this particular matter? Because we've had the cases of albino people being killed, and their body parts being traded. Of course, they came forth and said that in case you are found with this particular kind of accusations, rather with this particular kind of, if you have done something like this, you're gonna end up in prison for 15 years. But how comes they don't know what has been going on when it comes to these Chinese people using these particular kids and also making them do some crazy, crazy videos? Of course, also when you come back, not only in Malawi, it is literally everywhere. If you come back also right here in Kenya, I believe also in South, was it in South Africa? I can't remember, but in some parts of Africa where we've seen even workers being beaten by Chinese people. And for how long will this keep on going? Is it because of the loans that we are being taken from these people and they feel like, Africans, don't deserve? Because if you look at that particular video, they say that Africans are not our friends and we should never treat them like one, no matter where they come from, no matter the situation of their lives, these people should be treated with so much hatred and so much anger. And of course, we shall be talking about that. But for now, let me get back into the music. That was by the one and only Ruby, all the way from the TZ, that is Tanzania. And of course, Tanzania has amazing vibes if you have been following up when it comes to the entertainment industry and the music sector as well. We shall be taking on that and also checking other news and updates that are coming across the African continent. But for now, enjoy this particular jam. Of course, this was the one of the trendiest jam that was back last year, I think 2020, 2021. This was the jam that was hitting across the globe. And of course, it was the most Shazammed jam right here across the globe, actually, coming from the African people. This is Sam's and Wizkid. I hope you get to enjoy this one. We shall be back. Need you in the morning, but I need you now. Yeah. I find you, I give you all you need. I know what you like. I feel it coming. Time is of the essence. I try to teach you, but I need some lessons. I need to give it all. I got to live for icons. I don't know why you're the one. Turn me out of my mind. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body. Say I me the match of my mind, and I me the make it free of the mind. Say your body talk to me nice. Say now I love you didn't need for your life. Yeah, I love to be like. Say every day together, yeah, day and night. Yeah, if I leave you goodbye. Yeah, if you leave I go stroking your body, baby. Loving your body, baby. As you're whining your body, baby. So crazy. Loving your body, baby. Girl, you want it to me. I just wanna let you know. Hope every day. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body. Only you feel on my body. You don't need no other body. Baby, baby. Everybody to say. No one loves you like that. No one wants you the same way. Back to the morning. My head wants to come from your loving. I just wanna get you beside. Yes, and if you are joining us, I hope you are enjoying the vibes right here on the Black of Fire Radio Media for the 21st century. Karibuni sana once again. My name is Joby, and this is the Pan African Bliss. Exactly 14 minutes past 12 p.m. right here in the 254. Kindly interact with me and let me know how are you feeling today, even the 14th of June. How do you feel about this particular month, and how did you get to spend your weekend? Because I do believe yesterday we didn't catch up, and I am missing on what you guys had to do during the weekend. As for me, I didn't have much to do as usual. I was just indoors, and that's what's up. That's how boring my weekends are always are. I'm not that much of a party person, like I always say. I don't go out. I don't go to events. I'm always just indoors. I'd rather sleep the whole day or rather watch something on YouTube, rather watch animations. I'm a fan of cartoon a lot. I know that sounds crazy. I'm a fan of animations a lot, and that is what I was doing actually during the weekend. But do let me know, family, what have you been into? Rather, what were you into during the weekend? As we get to see what is happening today, coming across the African continent. And of course, I was saying I don't know if anyone, in terms of Spikes or Kate, they get to talk about this particular matter, because I was not able to catch up with the shows yesterday. But I'll be talking about Malawi today. That is where our main focus shall go. And of course, there's some video that has been going on around where we have the matters of racism, coming from these foreigners. And if you can still remember where I'm saying, if you hint back, or like if you check back on one of my shows, there's a time I said enough is enough. And we as African people, it's either we stand up, or rather we're gonna keep on losing our power day by day as we watch, especially for men. I'm speaking in terms of our men. Where are our men? Because like it says, if you check like back the African history, no man used to tolerate like any nonsense from any foreigner. Like you couldn't come and be disrespectful, and someone is gonna watch you being disrespectful. I've also grown up the same, like knowing men don't take that sort of disrespect, whether it comes from let me say in terms of even like the foreigners, because these people, they have become too much. We have been speaking about where we've seen so many videos, not only in Malawi, but coming even from Kenya, from Rwanda, from different places, where we've had African people being beaten, rather you are being treated like a kid by your own employer, who is a Chinese, rather an Indian person. You are beaten like a kid and nothing is done. And this needs to stop. There's a time I said enough is enough, and it's a high time actually we take back our power, because the more we keep on allowing this, even our own children, leave alone the generation we are in today. Because for now, like Dr. Mombi said, if you look at my generation right now, we are very exploited, like in terms of internet. We can see everything going on. But if we're not able to like have that power back, our children will also grow up in the same mistreatment, and taking the type of disrespect, this same disrespect from these Chinese, from these foreigners whenever they come to Africa and they want to act like they are the original or the owners of Africa. We need to find a way and a solution on how we can stop this. I was just asking myself, when you look back at Malawi, I've been talking about we've had albino people being killed. And of course, on that matter, they say that if you, in case you have found, you have attempted that particular kind of attempt, you have been found with the issues of you being involved in killing albino, treating their bodies, you're gonna end up 15 years in jail. But there's no way you can tell me this particular matter is arising right now, or rather it has risen right now. Because if you get to check on this particular video, those are videos that have been done like a couple of times, and these videos are being sold for $10 to $70, $10 to $70. And it is literally crazy to see what we have to keep on tolerating as African people. This needs to stop. It needs to stop. But I see Kay in the building, and you're saying that you're laughing about it, and you say, Joby, this was Katie's show yesterday. I didn't know about it, man, but I think I also want to talk about it. And I think the disrespect is just way so far gone. If you can remember, there's a time I said enough is enough. And of course, we had the family also talking about it, because it is, if we don't stop it, Keith, our children, leave alone me, I know whatever information I know. My children will come if I don't tell them, like, if I don't tell them you need to grow up as an African person, not allowing disrespect from foreigners, they're gonna grow up with the same type of, where you grow up in fear. You can't talk for yourself. You're gonna have to do what these people do, because you have been made to praise the white person. Like the yellow skin is the best skin ever, and not the melanin one. Like we have to keep on hating on ourselves. It needs to stop. This needs to stop. It really needs to stop. And you're saying that this is all Black Africa, and yes, I truly agree with you. But that shall be our main focus of the day. But before I start with the with the news and updates of today, I shall give an amazing quote. And the quote of the day says, "If you stay positive in a negative situation, you win. if you stay positive in a negative situation, you win. And exactly this refers to what I'm really saying right now. Because if you keep on growing with the negativities of, because I think all these are, like you call them, kid illusions, where we have Jesus, where we have, like I've seen right now, Kate, there's a picture she has shared on the WhatsApp group where there's a Kenyan man who is suing Israel for killing Jesus. Like you can see the illiteracy, the stupidity we have in our heads. And I think sometimes I do get it when, like, we have, like, we have a big cheese, we have Jima, like literally the whole family, when they are so angered on how our people are not willing to wake up. They don't want to see the truth. You don't want to let go of this religion psychosis. You don't want to let go of this history that we have been given, and we have forgotten our own history. It is crazy. And when you try to talk about them Zungu, like for me, sometimes when I try to defend myself, I've seen so many people, like, every time. And they say that Mzungu people, they love the dark skinned people, the melanin people. So most of the times, if I am with maybe a couple of friends, especially men, they're like, Joby, there's a Mzungu. So, like, so what? So what? What am I supposed to do? They're like, Mzungu love this color of yours. They like this. I've never, leave alone even with the information I have right now, I've never been that type of a person who has ever been interested in a Mzungu. And that is the type of mentality our people are in. We need to first dig the history, stop this religion psychosis. I don't know how it is going to happen, but it's going to take time, like Pete, you keep on saying. But you're saying, and YouTube does not take down these videos because they support this shit. I do agree with you. That is totally true. That is what is really happening. But that is what we shall be talking about. But before we go back to that particular story, because I didn't know. I was just saying, actually, I was just saying that maybe Kate did talk about it because it has been trending literally everywhere, and people are also talking about it. It is painful. Even for me, when I was watching it, I felt the pain. I felt the pain, and I was like, it is way far gone. It is beyond control. And I'm just asking myself, is it because of the loans they keep on giving us? Is it because of how they claim Africans are poor when they have taken everything away from us? What is it? Like, what is it literally? Is it our leadership? What is it? Because you can't tell me with this stupid enough not to see what is going on, and we still want to allow this to keep on going on in our society. Because if you check that particular video, I don't know if Kate shared the whole video, but I'll be sharing the whole video. If you get to see what is happening in that particular village, what really hurt me the most is that the parents of these children don't know what is going on. How do you tell me you don't know what is going on, or how a Chinese person is using your own kid? How do you even allow that? And now when they were told, they're like, wow, they're surprised. How do you act surprised? Because I'm so certain, because they say these kids are being paid $50 every day to make this particular videos of racism, videos of hatred towards African people, claiming that the yellow skin is the only best skin, and trying to hate yourself. No, I'll be sharing the video. I don't care if Kate shared the video, but I'll be talking about it, because for me, I was also hurt about it. And it is literally beyond control, and it needs to stop. If it doesn't stop, if it's not we're going to stop, we can't count on the leadership of today. That is what I can really say. Good morning, Kate.
Good morning, Joby. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Oh, I'm good. Yeah, Katie did the whole thing yesterday as we talked. I think you fell asleep before because you was like, well, when is Katie's show start? I think you fell asleep just
Mm-hmm.
before we started. We did like a whole hour and a half talking
Okay.
about this. And I told her, you know, it's also the ignorance of their parents. African is a child. He's a childlike mind, and that's what the and I said. And the Asians are more brutal than the Europeans. They're openly the Europeans try to be slick with their racism. They try to get their religion to they good. They can't stand you either. But
Mm-hmm.
the Chinese are more brutal with it, saying you niggas are stupid. Your children were supposed to dominate you. You're moronic. You won't do nothing about it. Everybody's supposed to
Mm-hmm.
dominate you. Chinese tell you openly, your children, your minor children, just like Katie said about the parents. I said, Katie, it's the parents. See, the parents don't even how you not gonna have your child said all kind of crazy stuff. See, these parents are children, Katie. Yeah. So you see, I said, I hate to say your parents are children. Your parents have a child like mine. You've been given religious shit in school. You haven't really learned nothing that's real, and you're giving yourself a thing of subjugation when you value everybody beside African. I told you, even with your fake tribal shit you do. You can marry Chinese or them Zungu who ain't your tribe. But another black person, oh no, they're not my tribe. You even hate on your own people.
Sure.
So you try, and they know that. They know you're moronic. Your tribal shit don't even make sense. They just like that's why the white man openly calls you stupid. I'm not. Oh, that's a Kikuya. I'm not gonna marry. That's somebody from the Yoruba tribe or the whatever goofy tribe. But if they're white, Zungu, you don't ask the Zungu because the Zungu don't got no tribe like your dumb ass do. Oh, the Chinese man don't got no dumb ass tribe. So you're not gonna ask him what his tribe is because he'll laugh in your damn face. What the hell are you talking about, tribe? But you'll still marry them. Oh, you brought the Zungu home. You brought a Chinese man home. And like I told Katie yesterday, thing was always to get the black women pregnant and like you said, Judge Joe was, I don't think it's that many Judge Joe talking about this the first show we had him on. They talking about this Afro Chinese 100 million. There's no 100 million, but there's a lot because that was how they were going to take over Africa. So we're going to, prize is always Africa, Joe. We said we're going to get these dumbass black bitches, this is what they call them, excuse my language, get these dumbass black bitches who idolize everything that's not black. They idolize everybody that's not black. We'll impregnate their ass and we'll use the children to get title to the land. So they were doing that really big in Uganda. Museveni, even his dumbass women said, oh no, you broads having babies with these motherfuckers over here building roads and shit. Your kids will not have title to no land in Uganda. And so as soon as they heard that, these Chinese dumped on black brothers, because me and Maria was laughing about it. They dumped every one of these black women with these Chinese babies. They don't give a shit about you.
They don't.
They
don't.
No.
Because you can actually in that video was, I understand you, Sister Janet. Good morning. Thank you for joining us. You're saying that video made you cry. I also felt the same. I was just trying to compose myself. I was like, there's something that can be done.
That video's over 2 years old. That shit's old. Go ahead.
Wow, I didn't know, but it has trended actually during the weekend, and I was saying,
because it's been all over. I guess it takes a while for stuff to get out. It's over 2 years, so it takes a while. Because I gotta give Wody Meyer credit, because his ass living in China. That's why they went out. That's why the black Americans went after his coon ass. Said, don't ever bring no Chinese people up in front of us. And then Dr. Mumby got mad, tried to defend them. Did she understand we were right? Because I said, Dr. Mumby, you got a child mind till you woke up. Wody Meyer, I live in China. Chinese people are good. And then he realized they wasn't no damn good. We told his ass that. That's been black Americans. And Dr. Mummy got mad and was telling, hey, this coon ass nigga don't put no Chinese in front of nobody. Black, you out your fucking mind? And now they finally, and that was 4 years ago. That was 4 years ago when he first came on the scene and Dr. Mummy first came on. And so we had to check both their ass. They got their mind right now, but we had to check both them. They both were talking about the Chinese were good and all this shit. So we had to check Dr. Mumby child like mine and Wody Meyer. And so Wody Meyer made that video 2 years ago saying, hey, what's wrong? Look what they're doing in Africa. Moron, they've been doing that. They've never been your fucking friends. I don't care if you went to school in China, idiot.
I'm saying crying is not the solution, because even for me, I felt very emotional when I was watching that video. Something needs to be done, because this is not the first time we've seen the matters of racism, not only in Malawi, but across the African continent. We've seen employees being beaten by Chinese people. There's one of the Kenyans right now seeking compensation right now because of the video that went viral when he was being beaten by the Chinese. You're trying to seek compensation, but till when are you going to be beaten, seek compensation instead of chasing?
You know why, Joby? I told you. You know why? Because, man, I was going back to Tanzania. Tanzania, you and Katie, like I said, you guys did appropriate response to racism. Most Africans do inappropriate responses. That's why he gave you back your money. We had to leave, and you guys gave him that work. Told you guys to go outside and be treated like shit. Most Africans they allow people to treat them like shit and treat them dirty and nasty and fucked up and don't do nothing about it. and say, "Oh Jesus," all that old dumb shit. So everybody knows that you allow people to treat you like shit. So that's why they do it. You worldwide. You're known that. You think the Chinese man sitting in China, who was, I told you, poorer than you 40 years ago, was poorer than any African, was living in rice paddies, fucked up and dirty and fucked up over in China. But what they didn't do is that you black people are cowardly and you allow people to treat you like shit. That's one thing they didn't know. So, and it's been proven because the white man told them, saying, "Yeah, when you go to Africa, these Africans allow people to treat them like shit. They allow people to talk to them, and they worship everybody that's not black.
And
They
that
love
is
everybody."
that is the problem. That is where the problem comes, and I do agree with you because we have taken tribalism so far. We've taken religion so far. Wait, it is so blind that we can't even see the evilness be in front of our eyes. That is,
It's
I don't
dangerous.
know.
I told Katie, it's dangerous. You now put your children at risk. It's dangerous. You put your children back into slavery. I said, Katie, remember that show you did when you showed the Zambian Chinese came to Zambia, and now you got Africans in Africa being servants of the Chinese. You don't got no Africans in China where Chinese people are being servants to them. They'll kill your ass. But you're in Africa being servants to them because they know your personality. They know you're weak, you're cowardly, you're scared of everything because you're giving Jesus to, oh, I would go to heaven and all this dumb. They laugh at Chinese laugh at you and your religion too. They laugh at you, Jesus loving niggas. They talk, oh, I'm gonna be scared of some magical heaven, and they're like, these motherfuckers are dumb.
This is
And I love to be honest, because that's what the Chinese say. These motherfucking black people are stupid as shit.
this is sickening. This is sickening because even as I was watching that video, I imagined myself as that lady who was doing that particular interview when she was questioning that Chinese and she's just standing there. I don't know, but I'll beat the shit out of someone. The same video. There's a video you also shared of that black lady who was being beaten at a beauty store. I think a Chinese beauty store. You remember? And
Yeah.
she was just there. She was heavy, but how do you allow people to beat you when you have such a body? You know, we have become too weak. We have allowed these people to like belittle us. And
Yes.
this is
Yes,
crazy.
Joe.
This is
Yes,
crazy.
Joe. Yes, because you don't value yourself. You think everybody's better than you, and everybody knows that. Everybody
See,
knows Africans believe everybody is better. Oh, look at like you said in school. Look at the Chinese person. How smart do you got to beat you with the cards? Look at this stuff, motherfucker. They didn't build that shit. It came from you, moron. And it come from them.
it is really crazy, but we shall go back to that particular story. Let me just go to other news and updates. And of course, this is something that we have been talking about, where you have been mentioning about the inflation that is about to eat Africa, the budget prices going high, and of course, right now in Nairobi, just
It's here bad.
some few weeks ago they did reduce the price of cooking oil, and right now the price of cooking oil is about to shoot very high. And of course, you also have the ugali flour, which is also going very high. They're saying that Kenyans they have been cautioned of an impending spike in maize flour following a shortage in raw materials, both locally as well as regional. And in an
Yeah, you know why? Because you don't make your own enough maize. Like Wallace. Wallace should have been growing. You should have been growing maize. You got all the land, but most of that land, like you said, he's got grocers going to Europeans outside the market, or they got all land where Kenyans are growing flowers for crackers. That's what they set up during colonial times, where Kenya's land has been growing flowers for white people instead of food for black people in Kenya. They've been growing flowers and shit, or tea farms and all kind of stuff that black people don't own. So your land is not even being used for you. That's why the prices are going high. But the leadership won't tell you that. Why didn't you know? Now you know you need food, so why weren't you growing it? Oh well, we just didn't do it. The ideal, you have any starvation in Africa, is because of these despotic leaders. That's the reason. Period.
this is really crazy because I was asking like last week, they have money to fund for politics, they have money to fund for these rallies. and which is promoting a lot of corruption like in the country. Because yesterday, during the weekend, actually, we had one of these guys who's supposed to vie for presidency, William Ruto, and he went to a certain region, and actually he was almost beaten because he didn't have money to give the border riders. And this is something. This is something.
Damn.
Yes.
So we didn't buy the boater ride.
Yes.
The motorcycle guys, they were gonna beat him. They let you know the whole system is corrupt by nature. Because you're supposed to give us some money, so we'll vote. It's not. I told you, it's not a democracy. It's despotic. Created by the Europeans, despotic. They're gonna get beat them. They're gonna beat them because they didn't give them money. I'm not supposed to give you no money for no vote, dummy. But you don't know that because the system is so damn corrupt now. That's the norm.
The problem is that they have normalized it. They normalized it because every time these people go on campaign rallies, they go to the people. Actually, they go on the most. Let me just claim the slums. The people who are living a very poor condition of life. They give them like $2, $5, and if someone gives you such an amount of money, Keith, and you are struggling even to make $1 a day, of course you're gonna be very happy. You're gonna be very happy. You're gonna be very happy. So if they come, this is what now it has become a problem this particular year, especially those people who are going to these politicians who are going to places without money, they gang up on you. Because even last week, but when we had a certain politician who was ganged up on because he went to a region without money, and it's because they have normalized it. If I come to this particular place, I have to give the youth money, and you are the one promoting this particular corruption and bribe, to buy votes. And to keep, it is really sickening.
But that's how the country was created. That's not just Kenya, Joe. It's not just Kenya. It's all Black Africa. It's that way in Ghana. It's that way in Nigeria. It's not just use Kenya as a template of all Black Africa. That's how it's done because it was created to be done like that. It's a fiefdom. It's corrupt. It's corrupt because the Europeans created it corrupt. The Africans not even responsible for making it corrupt. They made it accessible to be corrupt, Joe, but they didn't start from them. Hell, the damn Europeans were the ones told you those governments created by the Europeans. They're not created by the African. The Kenyan government's not created by Kenya. The damn the Ghanaian government's not created by Ghana. The Nigerians it's all created by white people. So the reason why they're corrupt, they were started out to be corrupt by the Europeans. There's no African system. Kenya's system is no longer African. Ghana's system is not African. Uganda's system is not African. Malawi's system is not African. Zimbabwe's system is not African. Nigerian system is not African. None of them are African. None, Joby. None. So the European made sure he set them up corrupt, so the majority of the money would go to him. It's like Katie was asking about Nigeria again. How's Nigeria have gas prices, but Nigeria has the most oil in OPEC, with more oil than Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is rich, but Nigeria is poor. You know why? Because most of that money is going to Europeans, it ain't going to Nigerians. That oil money is going to white people, make them rich. It's like, so all the shit in Africa goes to white people to make them rich. And now the Asian knows about it. He's coming to Africa. Oh, hell, the Europeans stealing. I'm going to start stealing too. These niggas don't do shit about it. They're stupid and backwards. Hell, we're coming to steal Africa too. And then the Africans sitting there in poverty and dumb because these dumb, the Sparkleys ain't told them, hey, dummy, people not coming to be your friends. They came to Africa because you was always rich, stupid. You're not know your own history. That you were wealthy. All the people in Africa were wealthy. They weren't impoverished like you are now. It wasn't just Mansa Musa that he was the richest man ever, but everybody was in Africa was mostly rich because that's where everything's at. But you're not taught that. You're given some Bible and taught to learn about a cracker. So you don't know why all these damn people are coming to Africa. They're not coming to be your friend. They come because Africa's rich. It's the richest place on the planet. I'm not coming to be your friend, you dumb nigga. Coming to steal and rob and get the money, get the gold, get the diamonds, get the oil, get all the shit that's in Africa. Not coming to be your friend, and you've been taught. And the China tell you, it ain't my fault you damn stupid, and your leaders made you stupid. That's your fault. But I am going to victimize you, and I am going to exploit you because you are stupid. I'm going to exploit you, and I'm going to victimize your ass and let you pray to your fake white Jesus. Chinese always we'll let you pray to your fake white Jesus while we rob you blind. I, I, I appreciate the Chinese being honest. They're brutally honest and wicked. I appreciate that. I know you. I appreciate you being wicked and honest.
It is really
All
insane.
right.
Sometimes when I look at these people, let me tell you, like every time, because I meet with these people where I live, you meet, you look at them, you feel like you can spit on someone's face, but you're like, nah, just walk
Uh,
away, just walk away.
walk away here. If they treat you bad, you're supposed to deal with that. Exactly right, Jill. Chinese are half the country still poor. The Africans don't even know that half the Chinese are still impoverished. They don't even know that. You got 400 million Chinese still living on under $1 a day. And the only reason why they got money is because the Americans, the Rothschilds and Rockefellers went over there and built the country to have them as a power, as a manufacturing power. So eventually they would destroy America. But the Africans never taught none of this. Oh, the Chinese just became rich because they're so great. It's because of their yellow skin. Motherfucker, the Chinese was sitting in abject poverty 40 years ago. Are you crazy? Ain't nothing lift them up. Chinese ain't never been shit. Everything they got from America. Is manufacturing was given to them. They were taught how to manufacture. They never invent shit. So nothing, no part of them that's smarter than you. And that's why that's the shit you should be taught in school. Not like I told you, not Psalms 82:25. This when Jesus went on the road to Damascus and he said, "Hey, I'm Jesus." Or whatever the fuck that shit say. That's not what you're supposed to learn in school. And that's why it is illegal anywhere but Africa. Ain't it funny? You can't, the white man brought you, but you can't teach that shit in their school. You can't teach that shit in America in the school. It is illegal to teach that shit in school. Ain't that funny? But not in Africa. Africa, the Zunga made sure it is compulsory. You have to learn that shit. In America, it is illegal. In Europe, it is illegal to teach that shit in school. But Africa, it's the law. They gotta do it. This shit's crazy. If you want to learn church, you learn that shit on your own time. You don't learn that shit in school because it's baloney. If you want to believe it, cool. That's you respect people's belief. Okay, but you learn that shit at home. You don't learn that shit in school. It's illegal. Legal to learn your fairy tales in school. You learn that shit at home. If you want, your parents want to teach you that shit, that's where you learn it. You don't put that shit in no school, and that's why it's not in Europe. That's why it's not in, hell, they damn sure not going to allow that shit to be in Asia. You're not going to go to school in China and Japan and talk about no Jesus shit. Only in Africa. But you can't even go in the white people's school in America or Europe, and they teach that shit. That's your personal choice at home, not in the school. You want to believe that shit? Cool. But you'll teach it at home. You won't teach it in no school. But the Africans all throughout Africa are taught that shit as if it's history. And so you got moronic Negroes like Tony arguing you about fucking history. And that's when the Chinese say, oh man, these motherfucking Africans are dumb as shit. They believe this Bible is real. They believe this shit is real history, these morons. And they say it openly. These dumb motherfuckers believe this Bible was real history. So they're supposed to be. They tell you in the face, they're supposed to be dominated. That shit do make me angry. I'm not gonna lie. It made me angry when they say it so brutally. These Africans are supposed to be dominated. They're stupid. I'm like, damn. They put it like, it do hurt me to my soul. I ain't gonna lie. When it do hurt, I say, God damn, they're brutally honest. These Africans are supposed to be dominated. They're stupid and they're backward like children. I'm like, oh no.
That is the same thing that Chinese guy was saying on that video. That you can't be friendly with the African. You need to treat them like shit. You can't be friendly no matter the kind of life they live, no matter no matter the situation of the life. You have to treat them like shit, and you can't be friendly to them. You have to mistreat them. Like that, it really hurt me, being honest. It really
Well, they
hurt
got
me.
that from the European.
That
And the
is crazy.
Europeans treat the Chinese like shit, but the Chinese fought back, refused to be treated like shit. You know, but it's the truth. I told you that. And I was telling you that. You guys got mad if you guys didn't want to understand when I was telling you the truth about the white man wanted. He seen you guys are two young African girls. He said, "Oh, I'm gonna treat them like shit." He was gonna treat them white customers he had like shit. Gonna treat you like shit because your ancestors have allowed it from your great grandmother to disrespect. But that wasn't their fault. They got the children. Your great great grandmother didn't, and your great great grandfather didn't. They actually fought that Mzungu coming in. They tell you, they teach you kids lies. Oh, the African allowed them Zungu to come in. They was his buddy. You know, crazy as cat shit. There were wars throughout Africa not to fight this cracker. They ain't let them come in and teach them that Jesus shit. Oh, come on in and teach us lies. Come on in and teach us that you're God. Africans fought that shit. So when they lost the wars, they got access to your children. So they taught the children these lies. And that was your great-great-grandparents. And they taught their children lies and becomes the norm. The Africans done allow these motherfuckers just to come in and start teaching them some fucking shit that they were gods and all this bullshit. Hell no. There were wars all throughout Africa where they were fighting this Mzungu. They just lost the wars. And they got access to the children. And so now it's the norm. And every African, the majority, thinks that the Mzungu's better. The Asians, everybody's better than the... You've been taught to love everybody but you. You also been taught that everybody's better than you. And that's just not true. But you've accepted it. And so that's why the Asian guys, yeah, we got to treat these niggas bad. They stupid. They dumb. Then the parents, like when Katie showed the truth, the mom and the dad sitting there looking stupid. Like Katie said, you're the mother. How could you not say you don't want your child to go there and say, I'm not taking my child to this Asian man to disrespect my child no more? Katie, they got childlike mind. And I'm going to tell you something too, Katie, you're not going to like. Your parents have childlike minds, Katie. I know you don't like me to tell you that. I'm going to tell you the truth. Even your parents, Katie, have childlike minds.
There's no way you can tell me you as a parent you don't know, because I'm so sure maybe the living condition of maybe these people is what is leading them to allow this kind of treatment against their children, because you're being paid, your kid is being paid $50 a day. You need to tell me you don't know where your kid is taking this money, and he or she is young. They don't know how to spend money, so you're the one who's taking that money as a parent, so you can sustain the life of these kids or provide and put food on their table. So you can't tell me you don't know what is going on. You know, and someone needs to stop this, because not only in Malawi, but this is going too far. This is going
everywhere. Not just in Malawi. This is everywhere in Africa. They're doing that, Joby. This is not. Yeah, I called Katie Joby yesterday. It's going everywhere. Joby, it's not just Malawi. This is all around Africa. This is everywhere. It's in Ghana. They do this in Kenya, and none of these governments have done shit, because you're talking about the men are weak and feckless. It seems like. Like I told you, you think somebody African's gonna go to China and start telling them to say in Swahili in China, say, oh, you kids are stupid, you kids are dirty, you kids are monsters, you kids are fucked up. You wouldn't make it out of China. They would murder you. Like I told Katie, these men are supposed to say, okay, they're supposed to, I can't say it on YouTube, but let's put it like this. That Chinese man's supposed to go missing. Period. Talking about Katie, talking about the power. I said, what are you talking about, Katie? You're the power. That Chinese man's supposed to turn up missing. Period. And say, oh, have you seen Wong Jong Ching Chong? Nah, I don't know the fuck you're talking about. No, I ain't seen his ass. When you find him, Joby, let me know. When you find Wong Ching Chong, let me know. I don't know what happened to his ass.
I agree. That is what needs to be happening. But our people are so scared, because of growing up with fear. None of us have the audacity to do that. We are scared, because we have been told that, one Jesus is
now you've been honest.
People came
these
people came to Africa, to help us. And when you think of the missionaries, you're gonna categorize like literally everyone, whether it is the Asians, whether it is them Zungu.
Like I told you again. Like I told Katie, same thing Katie said. You said the same thing Katie said on her show. Everybody come to help you. What are you, a child? That's why she's a child. Everybody come to help you. You're not an adult. Everybody got to come to help you. Everybody come to help us because we're children. They come to help us. They come to, and you still got that same narrative. You're a child then. Everybody come to help us. They come. Why they got to come to help you? Why you ain't help your damn self? Everybody come to help us. They come to help us. You're a fucking grown-ass person. Everybody's coming to help you. The fuck are you talking about? Sound like a child. They come to help us. And then that's why they treat you like a child. That's why they see you like a child. And that's what they say. They say you're a child. So the Africans got a child like mine, and we are to dominate their ass. They're like, they're children. We're going to dominate their ass like children. So we don't care. Like he said, like that Chinese man when you showed the video, because we seen yesterday. Like he said, I don't care if they get mad. I don't care. Chinese man said, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit if it makes them feel bad. So what? I love y'all. So what? You got these morons in Africa talking about the Chinese came to help you. What are you talking about?
I agree, but let me move on to other news and updates. And this is where you get to see how the European system is. It is literally working against Africa, and it's you know they brought this system to actually. It is literally brutally affecting a lot of us, especially with these ongoing matters every day. What is happening actually right now in Ghana is that there are some students actually who are killed, and right now they're saying that Ghana has suspended some policemen over students' protest crackdown that was yesterday. And they're saying that Ghana Police Service has suspended 3 of its officers, including a regional commander, after Monday's clashes with students who are protesting outside their school. And at least 20 people from Islamic Senior High School in Kumasi were taken to hospital with injuries after confrontation with police. And this is not only happening in Ghana. Same thing is happening in Kenya.
I told you that.
Kenya.
Okay. I told you that. Of course, I've told you this. Reason why you don't fund your police. You don't fund your military. White people do. They fund it because you don't go to war. Who the hell is Kenya went to war against? Nobody. Who is Ghana went to war against? Nobody. Reason why you got a military and police is to make sure these Africans stay in check. Mm-hmm. So they're brutal. I told you your system. There wasn't no police in Africa. That came from Europe. There wasn't no police in Africa. Where did the police system come from? Came from Europe. That's to make sure you Negroes stay in check. You don't uprise and start saying, hey, all this money leaving the country ain't supposed to be for Europeans. Why we poor? So these police is all throughout Africa. I know, Joe, but not just Ghana, it's Kenya. It's everywhere. It's Nigeria that the police don't work in your favor. They work against you because they were created to work against you. Because they know eventually you're going to wake up and know that you don't got no money and you're impoverished, that you're going to start rioting and protesting. That's why the police were created, to make sure African people stay down. They're not there to help us.
It is becoming worse because literally in Kenya, actually, even yesterday, still the same thing also happened, where we had some students who are killed still by the police, where they were mistaken to be gangs. You know, where you're just willing to raise a gun and shoot people because they look like suspects, and they are students. You know that I do not really understand what is really going on in our country, because yesterday we had an
because they're corrupt. Let's get some understanding in. So let's understand. Your police are thiefdom. They're corrupt. They're corrupt. They were created to be corrupt. They're underpaid. That's why they got to get bribes on the street. It's not even. Police means we're supposed to be protect and serve, and police means policy. I don't think Africans even know what the word police even means. Police meant to protect the policies. That's why the root word of police is policy. To protect the policies of the city. So it was to enforce policies that were written by the city, the legislature of that city. And the African has been so much, even in America, doesn't know police were just policy enforcers. That's where the name police came from, policy. They were to enforce policies, but now in Africa, they were never even created to do that. They're just fucking despotic to make sure they keep control and keep Africans in fear, so they won't ever go against the leaders that the European put in power. You will say, hey, all you motherfuckers are corrupt and stealing from us, and we're in poverty. How the hell are you in power? What is going on? They're to make sure you don't do that. They're to make sure they always keep you in fear. It's always corrupt. Always despotic. They're not there to enforce no policies. That's what the police are. They're policy enforcers, Joby. That's where the name police came from.
Now
Policy.
they have become animals. Actually, let me just read this particular one because
In America too.
to connect the dots of what is really happening, how these particular students that ended up being killed, it is the same thing I mentioned a little bit earlier, where we have politicians where they have normalized giving money to people. You know, they are used to, when I go to buy, when I'm going to, for any, political gathering somewhere, I need to carry like 100,000 Kenyan shillings. So I'm gonna give each and every person $2, $2, and that is what is really the students, for them to be suspected that they are gangs. There is a gang called the confirm gang, because this gang, it is meant to, like, whether you are a politician or not, you need to confirm money on their account. Give us money or we kill you. And this is because they are the ones who have normalized this thing, and which is affecting the innocent people right now, because it is really going so far, because the same thing, the confirmed gang is what ended up making these particular students to be killed, because politicians have normalized it, where they go, when they go to certain regions, they need to be having money, and if you don't have money, they're gonna attack you or they're gonna kill you. So it's either you give them money or they attack you. That is how bad it has become. It is really crazy.
Yeah, but I agree with you, Joe. That's Africa as a whole. I agree with you. So all these systems of government gonna have to be torn down. And just like Dr. John Henry Clark, the African doesn't know how to govern himself anymore without the European. How do you set up an African nation that's African? Do you even know how to do that anymore? That's how far the African has fallen. Do you even know how to be non-corrupt? You don't even know how to set up a government that actually works for the people that's not corrupt. Do you even know how to do that anymore? When Africans ruled themselves, they were the most upright. And this history that Africa needs to know, that your countries were not corrupt. You're the most upright, outstanding people on the planet. To say an African was corrupt was almost unheard of, because you are upright, standing people. And that's before you even got your fake Jesus. You were the most. That's why when Spike's reading that Leopold letter to conquer the African mind, King Leopold said they already know God. Don't worry about it. We'll get them to worship. We'll get them to worship our white God, but they already know right and wrong. They're upstanding people. They know they knew that. So it wasn't. So the thing that they told the children they don't, that you were bad and wicked, and those are all lies. And they would come into Africa and say they already know God. They already know a God. They're already upstanding people. We ain't got to worry about that. We teach them to hate their own gods and love us, and we start destroying their mind, as he said. So when they took those kids and started telling them, your ancestors were all wicked and evil, those are lies. So the children, our ancestors are all wicked and evil. So
they have conquered with their mission. They are conquering, because if you're not going to wake up, they'll still keep on conquering. Because
they've already conquered. They've already conquered. And the thing is, can we get out of them conquered? They've already conquered us. We're already a conquered people. Okay? The thing is, can we get out of their conquering? Can we get out of it? We're already a conquered people, Joe.
It's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, because if you want to count on, we can't count on the generation of our parents, because their minds are so far gone. That is one. Those are not people you can go to approach.
Yeah, but when your parents, that started, it's your parents' grandparents. So they're not parents. It's our parents' grandparents. So it's before our parents. So they're just living off what they were given, Joby, as children. So they were children once too. So they were taught the same thing as children too. So even though I'm harsh on them, it's still not their fault, because they were children and they were taught the same lies, as their parents were. It's just that now, with the kids have more access to information, you got no excuse. You got your parents didn't have access to information like you do. So you should be a little bit more better than your parents, because they didn't have access to all this information like you do. You got access to shit. You know what's going on. And you ain't got to listen to it. This is Jesus. Listen, Mom. I don't want to know more about no damn Jesus. I want no more about no more all these lies that you want. You want to believe it? Okay, then you believe the shit, not me. you
True.
know,
I
you know.
remember my sister
But
texted me during the weekend. I don't know how I don't know if she was sent by my dad or she's trying to tempt me or something.
at least you
She
got out to. At least you because I said at least she's talking to you because your dad said can't nobody talk to you. You're the bad seed, Joby. But go ahead, go ahead.
she texted me and I was trying to talk to her because she's about to finish high school and I told her try work hard and get yourself out of that particular region because that is not it's not a good place where you can call like you're gonna have a future. So try as much as you can, and get yourself out of that situation. She was like, "Amen." I told her, "No, amen, shit. Get yourself out of there." Get yourself out of there. Don't tell me amen. Amen. It's amen. Go tell your dad amen. Don't tell me
So she
amen.
must
Get
have.
out of
So
there.
is she having problem with? Is she having problems with your father too now? she having
I don't
problems.
know. She texted me, but I suspect she might have been sent. I don't talk to them, so the connection is so
Hey,
far gone. I don't
does your
really
father
connect with them
does
anymore.
your father live in Nairobi? Are they in Nairobi or are they?
Yeah,
This I'm gonna tell you. I know you're not gonna do it, but I would do it. I know you're not gonna do it. I know you're
what,
not gonna do it, Joe, but I would do it.
what,
This is what I would
what,
do. Because I
what?
told you, success is the best revenge.
Yeah.
When everything is set up, Joby, and you know what I mean, hint hint, everything is set up,
Hmm.
I would invite him over and I would give him $20. Let him see where I'm at. I say, hey, here you go, Dad. This is the last money I'm gonna ever give you. So you see I was cursed. I would show him my cursing. I would show how I would show him how his cursing worked on me.
He's not receiving a penny from me. I said what I'm going to do. What I'm going to do. He lives
It
in
wouldn't be
Nairobi.
it wouldn't be for me. It'd be for me. I give you $20, but I
I'm
would,
not.
but
I'm not going.
but I would do that. Oh no, Joe, but you don't know how you crush people. You would crush his soul. I'm gonna crush your damn soul. I'm gonna crush your soul because you're gonna say what? I say yeah. This how you're cursing. You're cursing. This how you're cursing with Dad, and this will be the last money you ever receive from me. You know your cursings really worked on me. I'm cursed. So
Like it says it, what's popping? I'm gonna be popping with my BMW because that is my dream fast car. I'm gonna be popping with my car over there so that he can see I'm doing great. That is what I want to do. He's not gonna receive money from me. Never, ever, ever, never, 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 ever. And I mean that, never. But probably as we get closer to winding up, I want to read some news and updates. I don't know. Also, if Kate did mention this, but there is actually some. I don't know if this is coming from China because Chinese are still the ones who come up with all these. They eat cockroaches, they eat cockroaches, snails, snakes, and those types of things. So all they're saying right now, there is a pest control company which is offering 250,000 Kenyan shillings to unleash 100 cockroaches in people's home. So they bring the cockroaches in your home, 100 of them. I don't know what they're supposed to be doing. Then you're gonna be given 250,000 Kenyan shillings. That is promoting that in your house, because I think only the Mzungu lives like that. No African person wants to live with cockroaches in their house. Literally, for me, I
I
don't.
don't know. That's what I thought, Joby. As I told Wallace yesterday. That's what I thought. That's what I thought, Joby. You know exactly what the hell I'm talking about too.
I know. So what is really happening? They're saying that the Pest Informer, a pest control company, is offering 250,000 Kenyan shillings to homeowners willing to let them unleash 100 American cockroaches in their homes.
Home request provided.
And afterwards,
Sorry about that,
the
Joby. Go ahead.
it's okay. They're saying afterwards, the company will then test out a specific pest control technique to be able to gauge how effective the treatment is. And the participants will willing to offer their houses must be owners of their home to have written approval from their home owner. That is promoting that in our African homes. And if someone is stupid and willing to do this because of money, you must be very dirty. You must be very, very dirty to allow cockroaches in your house. I can't stand cockroaches myself. I
Me neither,
scream.
goddamn it. Oh my God. Ugh. I hate roaches.
I know, right? But family, those are the news and updates that I had for you today. Apparently, I won't be able to share the video of that
Why
Chinese guy.
not? Why not?
I mean, if Kate did share and you guys did talk about
They ain't
it,
nobody. Kate's not there. You got another show behind you. Katie ain't there.
so I should share it. Okay, let me share it.
Yeah,
But I
yeah,
don't
go
want
ahead
to
and
get.
share it.
All right, okay, let me share it because I was trying to watch it, but I think actually this one is way longer than the one I watched. So I don't know if she shared the same as this because this one is way a bit longer than the one I watched actually yesterday.
I think yeah, this one because Katie showed the damn people being interviewed and all that shit.
How are you told to tell yourself my IQ is low? Only we know only the white people have the IQ low, not the African people. We are the healthiest people in the world, you know. How are you told to tell yourself you are a monster? And the parents of these kids, man, I want to beat the shit out of the parents of these kids because how do you allow this to happen to your kids? It doesn't make sense to me at all.
Yes, you heard that correctly. The kids are saying, in Chinese, I'm a black monster. My IQ is low. This video was released in February 2020 on a Chinese social media account called, get this, Jokes About Black People Club. Within days, it had more than 4,000 likes and a ton of comments. Some people were laughing. Others were outraged. The word they're using is Haegwe, which could be translated as black monster or black devil, but really, it's the Chinese equivalent of the N-word.
Yep, on your nigga.
See, even got picked up by Western media and sparked a worldwide debate about anti-black racism in China.
And today, when I found out the internet was so disgusting,
They go, yeah, they go vote him out. Yeah, he did it 2 years ago. So that's what I was talking about him doing the video. He did it 2 years ago because he was told by black Americans. So don't be trying to pop up no Chinese. He was dating a Chinese woman back then. Oh, the Chinese. Because he came on Dr. Mumby's show. And so the Africans in America went after him and Dr. Mumby. Say, what the fuck are y'all talking about? These Chinese are our goddamn enemy. And you two are off code. And so Dr. Mummy did a video, got all mad. Don't you do that. We don't do that, Africa. We don't come and show disrespect. They said, listen, lady, you in Africa, you're showing to be docile. So don't try to lecture us about no damn us telling you to get your ass on code and don't be worshiping these Chinese who can't stand black people. I mean, listen, but that was 4 years ago. Damn, that's a while. That's 4 years ago. Shit is crazy. So
I bet this is not the same video then that Kate shared. I think
no, it wasn't. I wasn't glad they showed it because Molly Mike did this 2 years ago. I think, well, maybe she did do the same one in the beginning. I don't know because I got to her show late when she started talking about it. I said, yeah, it was Roddy Meyer. I told her it was Roddy Meyer because now he had changed. He got with the African. He got with Miss Trudy by then. Got African, but before that, he's with some Chinese broad. And Dr. Mumby had her on the show when she was still talking that crazy Hebrew shit. And yeah, so we were letting her know, hey, listen here, this little coon ass nigga here talking about the Chinese are great and all this shit. These Chinese can't stand his black ass. This motherfucker's a moron. And so she got mad that we all went out to Roddy Meyer and her. You go to in Africa, we don't do that. We don't be rude to people and blah blah. Said, listen, bitch, we don't give a fuck about you think we're rude. Nobody, we ain't gotta be on your stupid ass show. But we're not gonna allow this moronic ass nigga to talk about Chinese people are great and blah 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 and we need to help and we need to love them and all that shit. Now 2 years later he's doing that video talking about, oh, the Chinese people are all fucked up. We told you that 2 years before that, moron. That's why they came at you. So I mean, you can always go to that show. Since you got time, go to Dr. Mumby. Say, go to YouTube. Say, Dr. Mumby defends Roddy Meyer about the Chinese. It should pop up 4 years ago. Where he was, she tried to come on and chastise us. Motherfucker, you better get your mind right. And we were right. Because you Africans are, oh, everybody's our friend, everybody's our buddy. Yeah, we had to get your motherfucking mind right. You and Wody Meyer. You know, the African growing up with such bad education don't know who your enemies are. So, so we all came after her. I remember they about this show. I did a show on the show, like, man, these coon ass Africans talking this. They got this coon ass nigga on here, this Wody Meyer nigga from China, this Chinese loving bastard here. See, this is before he was known about, because he wasn't in Africa then and loving African people like he got now. His whole channel didn't change. Yeah, I remember when he came out, he was loving these Chinese motherfuckers, crazy shit. And he got mad because they were going to kill his ass for dating a Chinese woman in China. They were going to kill his black ass. I don't know what's going on. You're black, dummy. That's what's going on, stupid. No, they ain't teach you that growing up in Ghana, but I'm going to teach it now, stupid. They don't like you. The anti-black. But go ahead, Joby.
I don't know. Let me try. I'm trying to check on the video of Dr. Mumby.
Say, Dr. Mumby defends Wody Meyer. Just see what that says. Say, Dr. Mumby defends Wody Meyer. She might have taken it down because now she got so much flack, and now she knew she was wrong because the diaspora was telling her the truth, and she was on defending. We don't do that in Africa. We don't act badly. He said, listen, lady, fuck all your badly shit you talking about. all this docility, you just being polite all the time. People that try to brutalize us, we don't do that. We try to be polite. Fuck all that. so they would come after Dr. Mumby. She had to apologize like a year later. That shit was funny. There should be a video say Dr. Mumby defends Wody Meyer.
I think it might have been taken down because I don't see the most of them that I see is that people comment about it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So she took it down exactly because it made her look bad. Because they went and she's like, we don't do it. Listen, you better get your motherfucking mind right. You Africans have been fucked up with this damn loving everybody but African people. So yeah, because she tried to come out and defend and say, we don't do that. We don't be this polite and we don't talk like that. We say, we don't give a fuck how you talk, lady. That's your problem. We don't give a shit about you getting mad the way we tell you that he's fucked up and he's off cold. We're going to tell you. So if you don't like it, so what? So yeah, I think she took it down because a year later she came out and apologized. Family, I was wrong. We knew you were wrong. We knew you were wrong. Talking about loving all these all these Chinese that can't stand, that treat African people like shit. Cause you more worried about being polite. And so right there, he's now telling the truth now. This makes me so sad the way they treat African people, and these leaders are not gonna do nothing. Oh, go ahead, Joey. Go ahead, play.
But for me, this wasn't just another online discussion. I was living in China at the time and had experienced these attitudes firsthand. In the end, the internet moved on.
Of course, you've experienced it firsthand living in China. You morons. I don't know why Africans don't know their history. Is crazy to me with these fucking Asians. It's mind blowing to me that this not even taught to you as children in Africa or in, she's English. You ain't taught this in England? Shit's crazy to me. You don't know the history of these motherfuckers.
Where was it shot? Why was it made?
I'm shocked.
Who was it who took a bunch of young African kids, happy, excited kids, and made them chant something so demeaning? Those questions sent me on a journey into an industry that is exploiting kids across
Hey, no, you a moron. You run out with a mask on.
I was shocked.
Fucked up, too. Her to be giving it, she's a moron, too.
I found my answers. I'm Renako Selina, a writer and journalist. Although I'm now based in London, I lived in China for several years, studying Chinese and working in Beijing. I loved it there, but I didn't always feel welcome. As a black woman in a country with a tiny black population, I experienced countless instances of racism.
And she loved it there, right? Coach, it's racist as hell. That's the same how these niggas were doing in the Ukraine line. I loved it there, but it's racist. Yeah, it's racist, you moron. I worked and I learned, man. Yeah, you learned to be a damn Chinese motherfucker. Did you learn African language? Oh no. I didn't learn Swahili or any other African language. I learned Mandarin. Motherfucker, when you learn another culture's language, that's mind control, you dummy. Exactly right, this woman's an absolute moron. But that's why they put her on the story. Because she's already compromised. Her mind's already fucked up. Coming from Britain, wearing a mask, her mind's already fucked up.
Ace. And I soon realized I wasn't the only one. See, I wasn't new to racism before China. It's a global problem. But I'd never been anywhere that made it quite so difficult to speak out. I felt black people in China needed a space to unpack these experiences. So I decided to take a risk.
You can't unpack nothing in China, you moron. They don't even want you there, stupid. They mad you even there.
An online space and website to start that conversation.
Hello, 大家好, and welcome to another episode of the Black Liberty China podcast. I'm your host.
One of my guests is
This one.
Wadamaya joined the podcast via Zoom.
When my friend sent me the video, listen, I was heartbroken, I was very angry as an African. But I speak and understand Chinese, so I felt like I was the right person to speak against it.
No, you wasn't, because you was a coon. No, you wasn't. You wasn't the right person because you were called out, nigga. That's why Dr. Mumpy took the damn video down. You were called out for being fucked up and talking how great these Chinese people are. And we know that's a goddamn lie. You only did that when you got your ass back to Africa and got your African girlfriend. That's the only reason why you changed, because you seen the treatment. You act like you didn't know nothing about it when you were living in China with your sorry ass. And that's why you were called out. So what you're saying is an absolute lie. That's why Joby can't find those videos. Because you took them down and Dr. Mummy took them down. But motherfucker, they existed. And everybody knows I'm telling the truth. Because we came after you. Because you came on my channel, nigga. Talking about, well, you don't, especially when I was bigger. You came and left comments. I told you, come on and get this work. Oh, no, brother, I can't come on there. Yeah, you weren't coming on there because I was going to destroy you. You weren't going to come on there. You left comments. Which I had the damn channel back up when you left comments.
What would you say to people who say, oh, it's just one video, doesn't matter, let it go, forget about it?
That's what he said in the beginning.
Video. Millions of videos that one of them just came out. We need to address this issue for the world to know that this is what is happening and it needs to change.
Wadamaya's right. This isn't just one video.
Exactly.
The Malawi-Pan video is part of a massive industry. In China, over the last few years, it's become a thing to send personalized greeting videos.
The white people say you got low IQs. I've been said that.
Happy birthday. Good luck in your exams. Congrats on your wedding. These videos typically sell for anything between $10 and $70 US. For some weird reason, videos featuring Africans have become especially popular. Sometimes it's groups of young muscle men.
Because the Chinese are fucked up. They like to see you fucked. They like to believe they're superior to you. All these animals do. The thing is, Africans, you don't understand it because you lost your culture. You don't understand this is spiritual. This is nothing. You don't know spirituality. You know religion. This is spiritual, moron.
Other times, it's women in fancy dress. Often, it's kids, usually standing around a blackboard, shouting these greetings in Chinese. The content can be innocent enough. You might even think they're cute. But some of them are, well, In this one, for example, the producer gets the kids to promise they'll always stay in Africa. In this one, a
You hear me,
patriotic
Joby?
song
Let me see if you
about
can hear me. Can you hear me,
forming
Joby?
China.
Joby, let me.
Yes, I
Can you hear me? Why?
Yeah.
Okay. Why do you think you can go to Africa? I guess I bet you won't go to the Middle East and Arabia and do that shit. They'll kill you. Bet you won't go to European countries. Do that. They'll kill you. Only in Africa will you do this shit. Nowhere else in the world where they allow this shit to even happen. So this talks about the African man being a coward and fucked up in the head.
They have
That this
destroyed
is
the
even
minds of-
allowed.
They're made to sing, yellow skin and dark eyes are the most beautiful.
This thing is songs about Asians having the best skin and dark eyes are the best and all this shit, and that's a fucking animal. Chinese got the worst genetics on the planet. That's why the motherfuckers are dying out now. But you morons in charge haven't taught none of your African children none of this. You taught them nothing but Jesus shit and left them unprotected. Left them to be called stupid and moronic. And this what we were talking about when we went after you, Dr. Mumby. I know you're not the same no more, sister. But this is why we came after your ass and wanted my dumb ass. I agree you got that change. Go ahead, Joby.
In quite a few of them, you see girls dancing in obviously sexualized ways. Teenagers, and sometimes even younger kids. It's important to say not everyone in China thinks this is okay. I asked Chinese journalist Wan Yuan Song for her take.
The country itself is very polarized. You have people.
They always got to be like, no, there's one good Chinese person out of billions that all fucked up. Fuck all that. They all fucked up. They want to give you one Chinese. They always want to give you one. Oh, this not all Chinese people. The majority motherfuckers think that way. So fuck the damn one Chinese person shit they try to give. Because she don't own the broadcast. This is a British company. She don't own none of the content that she's doing.
That's the context in which this clip, the low IQ video, exists. But despite all the heat and fury this clip generated at the time, no one was ever able to figure out who made it.
Do you know where it was taken?
I know it was taken in a country in Africa, but I don't know the exact country.
If we were able to find exactly where the video took place, exactly who took the video,
I'll be so happy to see that you guys actually find out the person who's actually doing this. I mean, I cannot go that extreme, but if you can do it, that'll be amazing.
I teamed up with my friend and colleague Albino, who
My
specializes in
friend
this
and
kind of
colleague,
forensic.
this cracker.
Some of these
I turned over my team and colleague, the ones who colonized us and made us all fucked up. My colleague. You don't get the fuck out of here, bitch.
But we looked around the football pitch, and although it matched the video that we had with the tag to Camwendo, so that was right, we couldn't find any of the features that we saw in video 0 actually in that village. Rinako went back to all the video we had logs.
and then we get another breakthrough. And that's a sign in just one of these videos.
Pause it for a second, Joby. I want you to understand. I want you to be critically thinking. Now, when she comes from England, they're kicking out all the Africans because they don't want their ass there either, Joby. They flying them to Rwanda. So the idea of whole China and their racism, as if this bitch don't come from a racist society herself. And my colleague is here to help me. If you don't get out of here with this dumb shit, go ahead, Joby.
And I agree with Kay Williams saying that Africans are always running in these countries, are running away from Africa. That is the problem, because
Yes, it is.
I don't know. That is the problem, because we don't want to solve what is happening in our own background. We think
Exactly. Because it's hard, because it's going to be hard, Joby. You're trying to be you're going to have to overthrow the government. You're going to have to get rid of these corrupt police. Exactly. It's hard. I'd rather run. Fuck that. And I'm out of here. I'm out of here, Joby.
Sister Joby is in the that medical facts yellow skin is jaundice, if I'm pronouncing that right, skin. That's one of the most unhealthy of the skins. Yes, of course, Kit has taught us that a couple of times. And you're saying that that's her boyfriend. She is Kay Williams.
Shocked. The children shouting those demeaning words were Malawians. It happened under our nose, hidden in plain sight. Amazingly, Ronako had managed to find out exactly where this was filmed. She sent me the... They said Susu was holding some sort of class.
He's trying to impart a bit of a Chinese culture into them.
That is what they believe, that he is impacting some Chinese culture into them, and that is why they're not even attentive. The words that are being used, what these guys.
I told the African will accept everyone's culture but his own. He's an empty vessel. When you're an empty vessel, it's dangerous. When you've destroyed your own culture, it's dangerous. Because now you've accepted you don't know who the fuck you are no more. So everybody else's culture, it's easy for you to go ahead now accept, and it's absolutely demonstrative, destroying you. But you don't even know that because everybody's your friend. You believe everybody's your fucking friend. You don't have the protection of knowing your own culture because your culture was created to give you protection from other dangerous cultures. That's the reason culture exists, to give you protection from other people's culture that might be detriment to you. But you completely eradicated your own culture. So you got no safety nowhere. You were told all your shit is bad. And you believe it, so anybody can put anything in your goddamn head because you destroyed your own culture. That's why the Chinese can come and call you, say you're a black monster, say you this, say that, all that old shit. I'm learning Chinese culture because I don't got none of my own. White man took all my shit, said it was bad. Now you got no protection culturally. Go ahead, Joe.
Teaching China language only.
Oh, tonight you think I'm talking about the jumble here, Jama Jambol. I got jumble here to command about blackboard.
Some believed the videos were being made for charity.
No, because my videos are jambula. I'm promising wow, Mapunga wow. But in Agio, Afuna Uragani, I was able to know what you mean.
And this because we have been made to think that we are poor. This is what this guy is saying, that these videos are being made for charity. So they're gonna be sent somewhere, then they're gonna receive, these kids are gonna receive charity because of the mentality where we've been made to believe we're poor and we're not capable of anything. And these guys,
they don't know, but that's because Africans have been made ignorant throughout the continent. They don't know how damaging this is. They, say let's be honest, he's a moron. He's a functional moron because most of Africans are functional moron. That's why they're talking about your IQ.
And the children didn't seem to be learning Chinese.
They fail to speak.
And there was more. We were told that the children had begun attending the so-called Chinese classes instead of their regular school.
It makes sense over there because of lack of instead of going to school, they're gonna instead of becoming leaders of tomorrow, they're gonna end up being uneducated. And this because this Chinese guy is giving them false promises, And if you ask the kids what these Chinese words mean, they don't even know. They're being told
they don't know.
But they don't know what they mean.
No, they don't.
The residents' worries were not unfounded. After receiving a tip-off about Susu's filming schedule, I arranged for a colleague to go undercover. She posed as a schoolgirl and wore a secret camera. This was the first time we had a chance to see the filmmaker in action and up close. This recording was made at 9 a.m. on a Wednesday, a direct clash with the timetable of the nearby school, confirming the residents' fears.
This industry, these videos are taking these kids out of school.
The Njewa residents had told me one of the reasons why the children preferred Susu's classes was that they were getting paid to attend. In this separate recording, we can see the children receiving some notes and arguing about it. I was told that Susu was paying them less than $50 a day.
And the parents are there, so you can't tell me the parents still didn't know what was going on. As much as they don't understand the Chinese itself, they can see their kids being paid for these particular videos.
But you got childlike parents, Joby. They might be adults, but in their mind they are children, Joby.
Live in a village just like this. I know the difference that even this small amount can make. I can also understand how some parents could have high hopes that a white foreigner might offer their children a chance for a better future. But I didn't understand Susu. What was he doing here? Why was he using us Malawians for his videos? I wanted to find out more, and Runako knew where to start.
The only black people do this. I want to fight that bar. I want any other race of men would have said, you know what? This Chinese motherfucker's gonna turn up missing. Period. We don't want to find out shit. We know what's going on. It's disrespectful, and we're gonna handle it. Like I told Katie yesterday, there ain't gonna be no talking and showing on no movie and all that dumb shit. And they're gonna make an example out of him. Only video you're gonna see is him fucked up somewhere, and then that's gonna be taken. Of course, YouTube's gonna take it down, and they're gonna let that, and it's gonna be sent to China. So this was gonna happen when you motherfuckers come here and do this to our children. This would be the appropriate response. Not no, I don't know. I got $1.50. I got $1.50 for them to call my parents, call my kids crazy.
My presence seems to suggest that he's been here for at least 6 years. The villagers had a name for the man making the films. They called him Susu. It sounded like the Chinese word shushu, meaning uncle. But is this man, Susu, the same man I'd been tracking online? And most importantly, is he the man who made the low IQ video? I showed Henry the findings.
He's not the only one. That's all around Africa.
I'd looked at hundreds of blessing videos posted on Chinese social media and noticed at least 2 different accounts that were regularly posting videos from this village. The content suggested the accounts belonged to the same person. Selfies and vlogs gave us a glimpse of their possible owner, a man in his 20s. Among the posts, there was a single photo of a national ID card. We finally had a name to work with. Lu Ke. The name Lu Ke led us to a Facebook profile. A profile that had just 14 friends. One of them was a journalist from Sweden. So I called him. The journalist told me that he had interviewed Lu Ke in 2017 as part of a TV news report on Chinese traders in Malawi.
We watch TV, a break, very beautiful. Malawi, beautiful. So I'm from China, I'm Malawi.
The clip was filmed not in our village.
And look at this dumbass Chinese motherfucker. I do. And these Africans think this motherfucker is superior to this moronic ass Chinese bastard. This motherfucker is superior to them. You talking about totally, your culture's been stripped. You're dangerously stupid. I did it, I would think this no good bastard was better than me. This goofy,
100 kilometers away, near Malawi's border with Zambia. I already knew this place, Kamwendo. It's the town I'd seen in all Luca's older videos. The one with the football field. At some point 3 or 4 years ago, he moved from here to Lilongwe. I'd watched hundreds of these videos looking for clues to the man's identity. And then I remembered. In one of these clips, Luca is talking to a young child, and he asked that kid to call him by a nickname. Susu, the man Henry had found in the village near Njawa, and Luca, the man I'd been tracking online, appeared to be the same guy. This was progress, but we still couldn't prove he was the man behind the low IQ video. We needed to get closer to him, and we knew just the person to help us. This is Paul, a Chinese journalist specialized in undercover filming. He agreed to help us find out more about Susu. Posing as a businessman who wanted to commission some video adverts for his chocolate brand, Paul managed to set up a meeting.
Oh, this chocolate brand. Oh, we got chocolate brand? There's no cocoa that grows in China. This Chinese got a chocolate brand? Oh, because of Africa. Because there is no cocoa that fucking grows in no goddamn China. He's only doing this to help his own goddamn foothold in Africa. But the bitch ain't telling you that. Because don't no cocoa grow in no goddamn China. It only grows in Africa. But out Africa, you don't even got chocolate. How about that? Everything is in Africa.
Henry and I watched the footage, excited to find out more about the man we'd been tracking for months. Paul had to tread carefully, so he started with some general questions about Susu's video-making business.
最高峰的时候，最厉害的时候，
最高的记录啊，一天拍380个，
一天还是一个月？
一天
380个，
一天380个，一张200块，你自己算。
76000，
差不多是，差不多。
差不多。
Paul asked how many children were involved in the filming.
基本上有50个小孩子，好不好？
哦，50个小孩子一起拍每一条。
没有分开的，我们早上用一批，中午用一批这样的。
This lucrative shoot hadn't happened in Njawa, Susu said. Earlier on in the conversation, he let the location slip.
那以前在那个很远的地方，快到加比亚了。
As soon as I heard this, I knew that he was talking about Kamwendo. It was time to pay a visit.
Say the villages are more similar. Yes.
Kamwendo is a trading post near the Zambia border. In this area too, Susu had found his way to a remote village. We wanted to talk to the kids he'd used as his stars and to find out if they'd shared in the profits that Susu boasted about.
One thing that I've learned is that these people are very clever, let me tell you, because it's the same thing like the politicians do. They go to the less, the people are living the worst condition of life, and because these people are desperate to have
exactly Joey.
Food in their table. That is where they're going, because their minds are also locked, brainwashed. They're not exploited. They don't know anything about the world. They go take advantage of these people. That is one of them.
Joey.
Yeah.
Henry had been told that here too, the kids had been paid up to $50 a day. I was keen to speak to the family of one young boy in particular. He was a prolific performer in Susu's videos, known across Chinese social media as Xiao Gula. He was a cute kid, such a natural performer that he became a poster boy for the industry. Even now, you can see him giving thumbs up in adverts for Chinese blessing videos. It didn't take long to find Xiao Gula and his mum. She invited us inside out of the rain. The boy's real name is Bright. He's now 6.
Do you remember how old you were when you started taking the videos?
4.
4. And what do you remember about taking the videos?
Amadivinita. Amadivuita. Mama uzaina ngizi vile utagonzia mama.
Can you tell us anything about Shushu? What was he like? What was his character, his personality?
Amaditina zigalabuita. Kalili mangachina jago madadante komadi gobula.
He's beating the kids if they don't do the correct videos, pinching them, whipping them. This is the same thing that is happening also to our African people, even the grown-ups who are working for these Chinese.
Yeah, because he's gonna grow up with that same mindset, Joby. He's gonna grow up with a childlike grown man. Exactly right. Beating them at work in Kenya. Got the guy telling you openly in Kenya, you guys all stink in your dirty monkeys, and your president's a dirty monkey too. I came to sell you dirty monkeys, motorcycles, and bikes. It's to make money off you dirty, stinking monkeys. Yeah, that's the way we feel. So what? You ain't gonna be able to do shit because you're dirty monkeys. We're gonna come in Kenya, take it over, and dominate you dirty monkeys. That's what they feel about African people.
Bright's mother also told us she saw Susu beating her son.
When you witnessed your child being beaten, how did it make you feel?
This is crazy. Lady, this is exploitation. You should put this on there. This shouldn't be on TV, motherfucker. This right here is exploitation by this other black fake bitch here. You're supposed to say, we're not going to put this on TV. I'm going to go and ask you what, and we're going to deal with his ass. This exploitation right here, lady. How'd you feel about them beating your son, making you look weak and feckless throughout the world? But go ahead, Joby.
Did you feel like you could do anything to stop it?
The question is, she's asking herself, what could I do to this person? What you can do is, the same advice you're telling us, kid, make them disappear. And Chingwa, no, you don't know them.
Exactly. You're an African, you're talking about some damn, what are you talking about? What do I do this person? Because you told to worship everything that's not black. Worship Chinese people, worship white people, they're your gods. You told the African mind has been it's been destroyed. It is dangerously scary.
When you saw that he was in the village and he wanted to make videos with Bright, what were your expectations or hopes?
That's exactly what she's doing, K. Williams. She's exploiting them too for her own goddamn benefit. This is exploitation right here. Because I tell you, what I would do, they'd be turned up missing. They'd be example made up. Have you seen Shoo? No, I ain't seen his ass. What about him? Oh, he's missing. Oh, well, too bad for him.
Too bad for him. Where is the husband? I don't think she could be maybe a single mother, because that is what I think I'm getting from these people.
The husband wasn't done shit either. Me with a husband. You know, the African nigga ain't gonna do shit. He's weak and fucking feckless too. The husband. The husband's on one. The husband's on there. He ain't gonna do a damn thing. It's been through it. It ain't just that kid. It ain't just that child that he's making videos of. This African man ain't gonna do shit. Not a goddamn thing. Sitting around looking stupid.
So the hopes that she had is that this guy could come holding the child's hand and get into this woman's house, take a picture of her, take the picture of the house, go to the bedroom and see where they're sleeping. So she had hopes that maybe he could improve their lives and support them, but that is not what he did.
And do you know how much money they were making from these videos? Our investigation found that in just one day, they were able to film 380 videos right here in the village. And they earned tens of thousands of American dollars.
akadwala amatobwero ukamuona basi mwina angokwanitsa kongogulirako kanyenya pichi ya nkhuku mumpatsa akadya zija ndeti amalwera kuti azipangaso abwera akantengede audwala choncho akapangeso ndene soncho kunipweteka mtima mwana koma phindu lake osationa.
This is so sad. So he lies to the kid. Like this woman is explaining. I don't know if you got that correctly, if you can read the translation very well. But she's saying that the first time the kid used to scream, you know, the way she gave an example of the kids are screaming. But I'm like, after a few days, the kid gets sick. Then the Chinese guy comes with the chicken and then give it to the kids. And this is so crazy. This is so crazy. A piece of chicken, then you lie to the kids so that they keep on working for you as you get money. And these parents are not even benefiting, neither are the kids benefiting from anything.
I left Kamwendo disturbed by how Bright had been exploited, but not surprised. I'd watched hundreds of videos that Shushu had filmed in these villages. Again and again, he'd used these kids to create a picture of African poverty, a picture that allows him to be the hero and savior.
Them begging for food, this is so crazy.
Paul had told me that Shushu was kind of a misfit, someone who had come to Malawi as a migrant worker and never really acquired any status within his own diaspora community. But here, in the village, surrounded by African kids, he could be a king. In one video, he even has the children washing his feet. It's a social media performance in which the kids, real kids like Bright, are used as poverty porn to elicit sympathy back home in China. As extras to boost his status. And as commodities that can be made to sing and dance for profit. We'd learned a lot on our trip to Kamwendo, but we still couldn't be sure that Shushu was the man behind the low IQ video. Paul, our undercover operative, had met Shushu for a second time. We sat down to watch the footage, hoping to learn more. This time, Paul asked if Shushu could shoot adverts for chocolates featuring a female model. Shushu said it wouldn't be possible. Shushu seemed...
But our family shall wind up this one right here, and I shall share the rest of the video. For now, allow me to go have some lunch, and then we shall continue with the rest of the broadcast as we get to see. But this is actually crazy, and what I can really say is that it is up to our people, especially the men. We need to, men need to gain back their power, because if you get to see this is a young male, and he's being exploited with this kind of a behavior where you've been pinched, you've been whipped so that you can have money, you can beg for food and all this craziness. And the same thing you see, it is happening also in our society, where we have men working for Chinese and that they get whipped. Right now, as I said, we have a man right here in Kenya is seeking for compensation because of how he was whipped by his Chinese employer. But this is way far gone, and it needs to stop. So the same thing we have been saying, rather what Dr. Mumbi also said, do teach your kids this truth. Stop hiding history from your kids. Do let them know about the history of the African people and what these white or the Asians are capable of, because there is lack of information, and that is why you see that even the woman, rather the parents are allowing this kind of things to go on, because one, We've been made to believe that we are poor, we're not capable of anything, and all we have to do is look up unto the white people so that they can provide for us everything. Rather, they are the ones who have everything. But family, allow me to end the broadcast of the day today here. Much love, and also do remember to join us later on the Rhythm Scoop Show. I shall be the captain of the show today. Kate is not in; she's not feeling well. But do remember to catch me and Spikes. We shall be also presenting more news and updates as we get to see what is happening across other African countries. I see Kim Williams is saying that this is too much. I have this dog eating, and you're saying that weak dudes. Yes, I do agree with you, and this needs to stop. It's just information that is lacking, and our people do really need that. They need to go back to history, and also ignorance is also something else. Because all I can say with the village, rather with that particular village, there's some ignorance going on there. Because you can't tell me your kid can pronounce a Chinese word, but you don't know. You don't, like your kid can translate that Chinese word what it really means. And they're being kept away from real education as they study Chinese. That is your power being taken away from you and a lot of being taken away from you. But family, much love. Have an amazing day. Hope to see you on the Rhythm Scoop Show. From me to you, have an amazing day. Thank you so much to everyone who did get to join us today. Thank you, John Mosquito. Thank you, Kay Williams. Thank you, Sister Janet. And thank you, Kid, as well, and Sister Jewel as well. To the rest of the family who also did get to check in today. Asanteni sana. Have an amazing, productive day on your end. And do take care of yourself on your side. Take care of yourself. Much love.
Eric Mandala, le docteur des ignorants, et Maria Piron. Maria Piron, Mamana Erika, Albina et Nazeria Mandala. Caroline Piron, Dadunga Lula, Nick Brenda 22, Amir